Well, that was fun. Some nice issues there. I'll have to have a look into that, ready for the next stream. But for now, it looks like I might have to do this as a multi-part stream, because it seems to just drop connection every half an hour or so, which is roughly around when it ended last time as well. Okay, so you can see I stopped the timer here around when I noticed. So we'll just crack on. Okay, so I was on about this this kick drum, wasn't I? I believe the song has probably finished. There we go.
Telling you should be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
As far as drums go, our balance for the drums doesn't feel too bad. And nothing's panned yet either. It's all straight down the middle. So this is the issue with when you do a mono overhead, is that you've got no sort of reference as to where these cymbals go. No, I guess to a sense it doesn't really matter. There's a degree of freedom there. But I guess I just like knowing what I'm doing with stuff. And I guess they essentially form my overheads anyway. That combination of those three. Cool, okay. I think those drums sound well enough to have a listen to.
This truth from me.
Something else.
Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
Oh. Raving things. There we go.
Telling you should be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my
that phrase in particular is really loud.
so
May actually
I can't see.
Just pull it down that way. This isn't these stars. I think I prefer that cleaner, kind of plinkier sound rather than that sort of more gainy driven sort of rock guitar thing. But just a bit of that. Thicken it up a bit.
So I can't see.
Okay, that is the same as these two. So I'll have to pan that off side to side as well. That's just not going to line up right.
telling you to be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
Oh, yeah, that can come. Okay, but it looks like these are doing essentially the same thing as... Huh. As this, there we go. So we can just wipe those both that way a bit as well. Really pretty.
Telling you to be holding.
This is where automating everything later on will come into play, because on that section there in the chorus, I believe that's the chorus anyway, the guitars are really nice, well balanced there for this mix. You can hear everything, it's nice and clear, but then as soon as you go to the next marker,
time is short.
you don't really get anything. That's really unbalanced. From left to right, it's a bit, and then that comes in too loud as well, that lead part there that Jack plays, so automation is going to be a big factor in this mix, I think. So I definitely need to allow time at the end to dig into automating all of this.
It's strength in holding their power over you. So don't you be holding this truth.
But again there as well, that vocal is way too down in the mix now. But in other parts of the song it's way too loud. So automation. Oh, that is... That timer is obnoxious, isn't it? Wow. Well, it feels a bit counterproductive to... Feels a bit counterproductive to have a break when I've just had a break fixing those issues. But nah, we'll skip this one. I've essentially just had a break. Let's just keep going, I think.
Bury me, bury me too. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs. Disbelief and defeat in our end attack.
What's that guitar part? This
Holding this truth from me. Don't come
that.
see.
It's really dark as well.
Evil that you do. Bury me soon.
No, it's a static mix. That's not too shabby. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a bit of time just automating the vocals to get those to sort of sit where I want them to. Just on the individual mics first, just sort of balance those out, and then I can use the bus later on for overall level control. So I'll just solo that. Where do the vocals even come in? That's predictable.
They're trying to take you on in your home. Trying to bury you
real life, there we go.
down and unknown. Trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. They're telling you time is short and not cheap. Carefully placing restraints around.
So here I've got my finger on that fader and just sort of responding to the volume of the vocal,
Telling you
sort of
things
dragging it to the correct volume.
can do. It's strength in holding their power over you. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do.
About that.
Bury me too. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs. Disbelief and defeat in our end attack. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do.
just missed the end of that there. So, a bit further.
Bury me too.
So writing automation like that is, it becomes a bit of a performance. Like, you have to know whereabouts in the song you are and whereabouts the issues were. Don't ever mess this up. No, there we go. So what you end up with is a load of changes like that in the automation. So automation here is just telling the volume fader, which is the control I was riding there. It's just telling that to, go up or down based on what this drawing here is saying. So you can see as it got louder here, I pulled it down a bit, and I'm just going to tweak that and move it a bit further, because you can see I was a bit late to catching that one. Same with that one there, I was a bit late to catching it. Oh. But essentially it means that I'm just going to use my ears and set the volume to what it sounds like it needs to be as, rather than trying to look at a line and say, oh, it looks like it needs to be here. Like, no, use your ears. The only way you're going to know how something sounds is if you listen to it. And it got a bit wild at the end there as well, when he's doing the little sort of ad lib at the end. He got quite quiet, so there's quite a hefty ramp up there towards the end. I pretty much ran out of room on the fader for that one. But now, if I switch this back, faders have once again gone out of alignment. Way to go, Raven. It's frustrating that happens, but that's what it is, I suppose. Toggle those back to read, and now it'll read the automation rather than writing it. So if anything isn't quite right, then I'll be able to hear it and change it. Whereas if I catch a fader or knock something, it's basically now just going to read the automation but not write anything, not change anything I've done, not delete anything. Some of these other modes down here, so touch will just sort of reset to what the value was before you touch the control. Latch will stick at whatever you left it at, and then write can be pretty destructive, and it can and will ruin your automation if you're not careful, so I tend to avoid it, or I just use it if I need to delete a load of automation in one go. Cool. Okay. So, how do these vocals sound in a mix? Those guitars are a little bit loud there. They're going to need automating as well.
Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down and unknown, trying to prize your
The vocal sounds really nice.
apart.
I don't feel like there's much I need to change there.
Comfortably on your back.
Like, it's pretty. It's just doing what it needs to do. It's not. There's nothing really wrong with it. There's no point going on the witch hunt and looking for problems if there aren't any. I mean, most of them, to be fair, if there was any issues, I've probably addressed them here already. Just the excessive low end, the sort of boxiness in this area, and then a bit of a bump here just to sort of even that out. But
so don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
I think I might just add a touch of brightness to it.
They're telling you time is short and not cheap, carefully placing restraints around your feet, telling you things that they can do, and strength in holding their power over you.
And this is the beauty of using like a channel strip as well.
So don't
Now
you
I've written that
be
automation,
holding
right? In theory, it'd be a pain to go and change the volume. I have to go and automate it again, right? Well, if I decide it needs to be a bit louder, I can just use
this truth from
that
me.
fader. And I would do that on a section that's not playing that vocal.
They're trying to take you on
So I've got a
in
bit
your
more,
home,
more control there if I need it.
trying to bury you down, down and unknown,
Okay.
trying to prize your hope.
I'm not going to compress it with this plugin either. We'll leave that pretty much as is. But what I will do, you've probably noticed on the main vocal bus here, there's a load of compressors and stuff ready to go for that. So let's just have a look and see what these are all saying.
Settle down comfortably on your battered heart. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
You see that massive bump in volume there enabling that plugin just added? I guess like a common psychoacoustics tricks, like if something sounds louder, you automatically perceive it as sounding better. So all these plugin manufacturers just make all their plugins louder when you turn them on. And that's literally it. So you immediately think, oh, that sounds great. No, it's just louder. So yeah, people are dicks. Moving on.
Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up
press this too
my eyes so I can't see. They're telling you should be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
Okay, so I want to make this attack really fast and the release really fast as well. I basically want it to sort of steamroll these vocals a bit, just iron everything out as
This
quick as possible.
truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
I mean, really, that's just sort of
this truth from me.
topping off what I did with the automation. So it's just evening out all those odd little peaks and just making it a bit more consistent.
Don't you be holding
I don't want to sound too
this
corky,
truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
and I don't want to lose the sort of presence of his voice by having the attack too quick. If you've got the attack too quick, it just knocks it all down straight away.
Should be holding.
Whereas if you back the attack off a little bit,
Should be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
you sort of get the presence of his.
Should be holding this truth from me.
Okay. Let's move on to a different section actually.
Time is short. Holding this truth. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah.
Keep 'em up.
Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me.
So you could hear it then. The attack was too quick, and the B's on the bury me were getting dropped. And obviously, you want the B on the bury me to have that sort of louder, sort of initial attack, that initial transient of the burst sound to come through. Otherwise, it just sounds like bury me, and it's like it's blurry and there's no clarity there.
Bury me with all of this evil that you do.
But at the same time, you don't want all of the word bury to be loud and everything else. It's not bury me, it's bury me. So by having it so that it
Bury me.
compresses there, sort of after the initial B sound, just sort of makes that word make more sense. I hope I've explained that well, because explaining compression is a bit of a tricky one, especially on vocals.
Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
Okay, and then we're just sort of using that as well, just to sort of smooth it out a bit. So it's quite common in studios to use a plugin like this one, after 1176. So you'd have the hardware version of this, followed by a hardware version of this, and you'd use this one just to sort of smooth over those rough edges, if you like, of this one moving around so quick, because this one is like shooting back down with the release being so quick. Yeah, this just sort of makes that less apparent, and also brings the vocal a bit more to the forefront as well. And
Bury
that's what our vocals are doing here.
with all of this evil that you do.
I'll bypass that.
Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
I feel like that's just sort of bringing it to the front of the track a little bit more, rather than letting it get buried, ironically. Okay, let's just make sure that that plugin isn't messing with the vocals.
Is it that paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold, expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in
quite a volume
our
difference there, isn't it?
hands.
I'm just going to re-automate this.
What is it that paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold, expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our.
Okay. Just needed to smooth that out a bit. Make sure I've not completely killed this compressor in the process.
What is it that paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold, expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our hands.
That's a little bit too bright now. There we go, just knock a little bit of that off. And this could be brighter.
What is it that paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold, expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end, attack in our on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our hands. See us, expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat.
I wish I'd not used two different mics for different sections here, especially in the same verse. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think we were just shooting mics out for, you know, to have something to talk about at uni, to be honest with you, but it's not convenient. Don't really need that. Let's move on to de-esser.
What is it that paints your crown
Okay, so this here
of gold?
is just listening for sort of
Expecting
that horrible sort of quacky, nasally sound. And with Mike, it's a little higher up, I think. You know, that's that sort of sound that you get when you talk with your nose pinched. That's what I kind of feel like this is. So I'd rather get rid of that a little bit, and a de-esser is a great way to do it. So, come on, where are you?
what is it that
There we go.
paints your
There's not a lot of
crown
it.
of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us.
If we go really extreme like that,
it
it just kills the vocal, it just takes the life out of it. So that's not what we want.
Paint your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold.
You know, we just sort of get a bit of that occasionally anyway. Right, I've got a minute left. So let's quickly put an actual de-esser on him. And this is just to try and catch these sort of spitty sounds. So I could do with doing
Is
this
it that
quickly.
paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will? What is it that
That's made my life a lot
paints
easier.
your
Well, just
crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold? Expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end.
Cool, okay. There's my timer. So just wrap this up.
What is it
The vocals
that
are nearly there.
paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold? Expecting
I find the default settings on this de-esser work so well. Like, there's not really a lot you need to do. Just tweak the output and the sensitivity a little bit, and it's
your
gold.
crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end attack. So don't you be what is it that paints your crown?
Just sort of smooths out the S's a little bit. Okay, and then this punish. We need to punish it. Just settle this back to normal. Okay, so
What is it that
this
paints
has had a bit of character to
your
it.
crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold? Expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end attack.
Blend that out a little bit.
So don't you be what is it that paints your crown of gold, expecting that all of our passions will be sold, expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end attack.
So that just sort of brings it a bit more forward as well. That just sort of gives it a bit more presence and a bit more clarity. It sounds more like he's in front of the band rather than in the middle of the band, which is, you know, he's the front man. That's where he should be. Okay, so my first or second timer is up. So I'm gonna take a short 10-minute break, and I will be back shortly. Go, oh, go away. Right, okay. Half an hour timer. Go. Right, so, where were we?
What is it that paints your crown of
Yeah, I
gold?
just had a little bit of saturation with that, didn't I? Just to sort of bring that vocal out a little more.
What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end attack. So don't you be What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end attack. So don't you be What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold.
Let's have a listen.
They're trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down, down and unknown, trying to prize your hope apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. So don't you be holding this truth so I can't see.
Some of those vocals sat a bit too much on top of the mix now. So this is what taking a break does. Like, you sort of reset for a moment and change your mind about everything.
They're telling you time is short and not cheap, carefully placing restraints around
First of all,
your feet, telling you things that they can do, and strength in holding their power over you.
this set the break.
So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
Okay, so as a whole with these guitars, I'm not overly happy with how much of the low frequencies they're taking up. So should do something about that.
Our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on
that's all just a bit dark and a bit sort of muddy. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? Just get rid of that. Harmonic of that will be in here somewhere as well. Yeah, that. Ew. What else we got? A bit more mucky muck around this area. That. Ew. Okay, so I'm going to work backwards a little bit here. So these guitars are really sort of dark and dull sounding. This is a nice little bit. Sell out to loop there. There we go. Let's do that thing again. Just loop around this bit because it's got a nice mix of high notes, like low strings in that chord. So it's really dark, so I'm going to add a load of top end to it, and then I'm going to go back and remove any sort of nastiness. Sort of investigate these sort of broader areas as well. Just that helps to make up for the intense cutting I've just done. There we go. Okay. Now I suspect that I'll probably find some. Oh, hey up. Some nastiness that I'm creating here. Yeah, that sounds hideous. So what you're really listening for when you're EQing like this and you're notching out frequencies is really you just want to hear things that are persistent all the time no matter what notes being played, and that obviously doesn't sound nice as well. Like, that's how I know that it's a resonance from the recording process. More likely. It could be from the microphone itself, it could be from the amp, it could be from the room. Either way, it's not a musical sound, so we should just get rid of it. All I want to pull everything out all the way like that, because then it's sort of end up doing a load of damage and a load of weird phase smearing, but so just sort of tightened up all those little resonances and stripped those out. once again, that's too dark for me to hear what's going on with it. So just a really dark guitar recording. So we'll just sort of as before. So I feel like that's just sort of brightened up a little bit and brought it back to. See, here you can hear the difference in tone between two different guitarists. So we've got Mike's part, which I was just working on, and Jack's part. And Jack's part's nice, and I mean he's playing higher notes for a start, so that's always going to help it be brighter. But generally speaking, like his sort of guitar tone is a bit brighter anyway, whereas Mike's is like a bit darker, and a bit warmer. There's more low frequency content in Mike's tone, whereas there's more kind of like sparkly high frequency content in Jack's tone. So really it's just about finding that balance. I don't feel like I need to do anything to Jack's tone. I'm not really hearing anything there that is not nice. Except maybe a little bit too much low end. There's a bit of a whistle. That is a bit unpleasant. Oopsie. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. Must be a quicker way. There we go. So that's just kind of there regardless of what note he's playing, so that can go. It just doesn't sound nice. Again, no. again, there's quite a bit of low end there we don't need. Like all that's just kind of not really contributing anything useful, so it can go. This is probably going to be pretty similar to the other guitar part. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's just the same thing with a pedal in front of it. Oh. I mean that's like if you blow over the top of a glass bottle, isn't it? Like it's like a constant ringing frequency. That's exactly what that sounds like. You know, we're playing guitar, we're not blowing over glass bottles, so let's just get rid of that. Starts without all those changes. With them. Sounds a bit less irritating. Because those ringing sounds are irritating. It's just a fact. That's what guitars do. They just make a lot of noise. Highlighted some interesting things, so let's So it might seem a bit counterproductive for me to boost the top end on this EQ here at what frequency that is, what, like 11k, it's like 10k, and then have this cutting it. But essentially what this is going to do is it's going to roll off at 15k, and then so you've got this roll off 15k, and then the other EQ after it is going to sort of add over that a little bit, if that makes sense. I'm probably not explaining that too well. Essentially those two are going to compound and add a nice bit of air and a bit of top end to that guitar sound without giving me all that horrible noise that I filtered out before it. I mean, that's so low in the mix, I'm not really going to spend much time on it because But what I'm going to do... just sculpt it. Stop from cluttering up other things, but at the same time I quite like that sort of honky kind of presence there, if you like, that sort of trebly kind of honkiness. Didn't mean to open that. Don't know what I just did. Guitar is generally pretty well polished, but waves plugin just making it fly. With that, I just sort of want to shave off the very sort of top peaks and just sort of level it out a little bit. That'll do. That feels nice and glued together.
Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down, down and unknown.
Okay, what's the bass doing? So we've got three components to the bass then. We've got the DI. tone, which is giving us a load of sub, which is pretty cool. I'm going to filter that so it's just the sub that's left. I just want that low end from that. And then this, I want the opposite, so I want just the sort of top end. Okay, and then now that we've cranked that top end of that B7K track, we're getting a bit of sort of clackiness, which I'm going to treat over here because I've got a tool just set up and ready for that. I'm going to move that ahead of these compressors here. I don't think I'm even going to use this DI. It's not really adding anything that I can't get from those other two tracks. Okay, I want to glue it into place. Okay, well I guess that's half an hour there. I might change this to hour chunks because half an hour seems to go very quickly with me stopping to explain things. We'll skip that. I'll just quickly pop to the loo and then we'll continue. Right, okay, let's go. I'm at the halfway point, got an hour and a half left. And I don't think it's doing too bad at this point, really. Like as a whole.
Carefully placing restraints around your feet, telling you things that they can do, and strength in holding their power over you. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, what is it that paints your
I don't think we're going to
crown
decapitate on this bed.
of
It
gold?
doesn't need to be an aggressive,
Expecting
in your face kind of bass tone.
that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs, disbelief and defeat in our end attack. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. With all of this evil that you do, bury me yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do.
Do a little bit of a broad stroke. So I don't feel like it's necessary. So the vocal is too quiet. But the other things in the mix are masking the vocal. So, generally speaking,
Time is short and not cheap. Carefully placing restraints around
one sort of intelligibility.
your feet,
Boost that up a little bit.
telling you things that they can do, and strength in holding their power over you. So don't you be holding this truth Is it that paints your crown of gold? Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah.
I still feel like that's too dark. Let's just pop a little low end off there. Yeah, that's just clouding the bass. We don't want it to be.
Crown of gold, expecting that all options will be sold. From me, don't cover up my eyes, so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you
I don't
do. Bury me too. Yeah, yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
No, I'm not going to be using any drum samples in. Drums sound fine for what they are. But I am going to work top down on them, so let's see what we can do with the drums first. Let's go to the start. Let's go really extreme. So we can hear that's what that's doing. If we actually crank that, we just lose everything. Just gives that a little bit of movement and a bit of life, I think. Right, this sort of mid-range is doing nothing for me. Like that, just all that is useless completely. That seems like quite a dramatic move. Just go, yeah, get rid of all the mids, but doesn't make a massive difference to what you're aware of. But then when you
Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes. So
Put it with the rest of the mix, it just stops it.
so I can't see.
I mean, maybe. That's where a lot of my vocal practice is going to be.
Bury me too. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury
Okay, so now I feel like the cymbals are too loud. And a bit harsh.
bury me too. Yeah.
Ride mic sounds a bit cluttered in the low frequencies, so it's a bit harsh as well. cool to absolutely slam that and make it big. Let's do that. Make it a bit trashy.
Bury me too.
A bit absent, isn't it? Let's just work on that from the boss, I reckon. So, oh wait, didn't do that. There we go. Broad strokes. This is all trash. Like that, it just sounds like it's really quiet. Obviously, I don't know if you can hear it, but it just sounds like hitting the top of a Tupperware, which we don't want. I don't want to gate it. Still sounds like someone hitting a beach ball with a baseball bat, but that could work. That, get a bit of grey and a bit of colour. Right, where's that beach ball frequency? Let's find you. I don't know if I'm turning this into like a metal kick. It's like a bad habit of just making all my drums just sound like metal drums. But risk of that. It just seems to sit better in the mix now I've done that.
Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me, bury me.
Snare could do a bit of gain as well. There's a lot of bleed on that. I reckon because of the mics were going on, we could get away with. this section. Yeah, see there, completely gone now. Which we don't want. So we're going to automate that.
Carefully placing restraint
That snare sounds great here.
down your feet, telling you things that
But here we're pretty much losing it completely. Let's work from this window for a bit. D04 is our threshold for the gain. Okay, so
is it that paints your crown of gold?
now in this section I want a bit more body from those hits as well. Here's fine. I don't feel like I need to EQ that at all. I feel like that's pretty good. I mean, what you got to bear in mind as well is that when I recorded this, I would have EQ'd it on the desk on the way in, so it's going to have been processed and done as part of the recording process, and that's just kind of what you do anyway. You know, again, it all comes down to, you know, making decisions and committing to them. Well, that's about as committed as you can get, is baking and EQ into a track and say, yeah, I'm not going to change that from that point onwards. But here it just sounds a bit brittle. I want to see what I can do about that.
Is it that paints your crown of
I just feel like it's a bit loud. So this is the other way that you can automate. Oh, don't do that. That's a terrible mistake. Oh, it's just a punch locators, it's fine.
is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our past
needs to go down in these sections, so we will automate that. Those hits there are really annoying as well.
Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down, down and unknown, trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. Don't you be holding this truth from.
I'm not crazy about that. Get that out of the way. There we go.
Telling you things that they can do, and strength in holding their power over you. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
Oh, wow. It's been 2 hours already. That's mad. It's going really quickly. Guess we've got about an hour left. I feel like it's getting there though. Right, I'm going to take a 10-minute break. And I'll see you shortly. Hey guys. Oh, right, last hour stretch, and I think for this, I reckon, because I'm nearly there, I might just power through that last break as well. Like I said, when I do this tomorrow, I might even just do it in hour intervals rather than half-hour intervals. I think taking a break every half an hour might be a bit much. Especially since it's broken up by me stopping and talking a fair bit anyway. It's not constant listening the whole time, so it's not too bad. I feel alright. I feel a bit tired. Didn't sleep too well last night. Okay, so it feels to me like the mix is getting there. Let me just take us back to logic. Okay, yes, it feels to me like the mix is getting there, but what it might be, a good idea for me to do at this point is just reference the previous mix and listen back to that and see where I am in comparison to that, in terms of balance, in terms of general sound. Yeah, so let's do that. I'm just going to change these settings so that there we go. Just one timer left of an hour. That'll do. Right, so this is what we've got so far. If it wants to play. Doesn't seem to. There we go.
Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down,
So this is the original mix.
and unknown, trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
I already feel like today's mix has got more clarity, and the previous mix in comparison sounds like it's being played through an old radio, I think. I've clearly not checked the phase on the snare like I pointed out right at the beginning.
They're telling you time is short and not cheap, carefully placing restraints around your feet, telling you things that they can do in strength, holding their power on.
But this mix definitely still has some issues in the low end, for sure. The low mids feel a little bit clouded and a little bit sort of all over the place, so let's have a look.
So don't you be holding this truth from me.
It's the guitars there.
It's evil that you do. Bury me, bury me.
Maybe should be a bit more aggressive with that low fill. There's the quick fix.
What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will.
And that bass still needs automating in the cleaner sections like that one to come back down. Oh, thought my timer isn't running. Oops. Didn't realize that was paused.
Be so.
Well, I might get a bit of cheeky overtime in them if needed. Hopefully it won't be needed, but
Expecting to see us on our bed, defeated our end attack. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can see. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
I don't even think I want to use that.
Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down, and unknown, trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't
Those
see.
symbols are a little harsh still. Let's move about them.
Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes. Telling you time is short, time should be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my.
That just kills the attack of the snare completely, doesn't it? It's bizarre. It's horrible. No, you know what? Let's chuck a de-esser on it instead. Don't want that one. I want... where are you? Waves. De-esser. Sweet. Cool. It's that. Just sounds horrible.
Over you. Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down, and unknown, trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
Right, let's sort this bass out because it's driving me a bit mad. The level is just all over the shop. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim it there like that. We're then going to So if you follow what I did there, it's now basically it's the same level as it was before, only now I've got more room on my fader. Does that make sense? Like the fader is further up. Because if you look at the metering on the fader, they're not linear, they're logarithmic to a sense. So, you know, down here between the notches 10 dB, there's 5 dB, there's 6 dB there, bit of a weird jump. And then it's 3 dB, fair enough. But if I keep it up in these sort of 3 dB ranges, then I've got more control over the finer details of my fader. So smaller moves are exactly that. They're smaller moves rather than down here. If the fader's right down here, a small move there is actually quite a substantial move. A small move up here is a small move. So
Trying to take you on in your home, trying to bury you down, and unknown, trying to prize your home apart and settle down comfortably on your battered heart. Don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see.
back down from the
They're telling you time is short and feet, telling you things that they can do. It's strength in holding their power over you. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. What is it that paints your crown of gold? Expecting that all of our passions will be sold. Expecting to see us on our backs. Disbelief and defeat in our end attack. So don't you be holding this truth from me. Don't cover up my eyes so I can't see. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too. Yeah, bury me with all of this evil that you do. Bury me too.
Oh, it looks like we're having some stream issues. I'm just going to pause the timer while I figure this out. The stream hasn't been interrupted. Facebook seems to think I'm not streaming, but I am. So this is the issue with streaming to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. YouTube seems to be fine. Although it's just catching up, so... stream is lower. Oh, why is it doing that?